What is up, guys? It's Beck Hikes. Today's video is obviously a hiking video, but I wanted to give you guys an insight of what is going on and for this week for me. And today, by the time this video is uploaded, I'll be close, if not already leaving North Carolina, and we are going to head out to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We were originally going to go all the way to Aberdeen, Washington, which is where my mother grew up, and we wanted to explore out there a little bit. But we were limited on days, so we figured instead of driving that extra time from Yellowstone to Aberdeen, Washington, we'd rather just stay in Yellowstone and explore that for a longer period of time. So we'll be out in the Grand Tetons in Yellowstone for around 5 days, and then we're going to head back out to North Carolina. But just wanted to give you guys an insight of what's going to be going on. I'll probably explore, show some videos out there, and I'm excited to see the different type of landscapes, obviously, from out there to in the Great Smokies and the Blue Ridge Parkway. And I'm also excited to see the comparison. If you watch videos, like you always see, the best parks in America, it's either Yosemite or Yellowstone at 1 and 2. So I've been to Yosemite. It's a very beautiful place, so I'm excited to see how Yellowstone matches up with that. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I'll probably record some videos down there and make those videos. Then once I get done with those, we'll be back to my hiking out here in North Carolina. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up, and let's get into the video. What is up, guys? It's Beck Hikes. Today's hike's going to be in the Nantahala National Forest. There's another fire tower called Alba Mountain. I think the trail that I'm going to go on today is only around 3 miles round trip, so not a long hike at all. As you guys said in the earlier videos, that it's been sunny. The second day of sunniness, so I figured I'm gonna get another hike in today, a relatively short one. Had a long day yesterday, so I'm gonna do a short hike. It's a lookout tower, hopefully some nice views, and we're gonna head that way. We just arrived for the trailhead for the Alba Mountain Fire Tower. The drive up isn't necessarily too bad. It is on a gravel road for about 5 to 6 miles, and as you can see in the background, I have a Mustang, so it drove up here fairly well. I've done a hike up here before. It's a little bit before this way, so I'll leave the link for that hike too. It's called Pickens Nose. It's around 2 miles or so you could easily do this one and that one in one day. But I would recommend, the car comes up here fine, but if I would recommend maybe a truck or SUV. I've seen other few cars too, but just some parts get bumpy and your car gets super dirty. So I'm gonna have to wash old Betsy when I get done out of here. But anyways, we're gonna get on this hike and show you guys the view. We are about halfway up to the Alba Mountain Lookout Tower. So far, it's pretty rooty and some rocks, you go over some streams, but it's not really too hard, honestly, to the halfway point. You're getting a steady incline, obviously, because you gotta go up the mountain to the tower, but not a terrible incline. Nothing compared to the Green Knob one I did yesterday. But it's been pretty enjoyable so far. Haven't passed anybody. This trail is also part of the Appalachian Trail, so you'll see white markers that's on the trees, and that's for the Appalachian Trail. But we're gonna keep on booking and get up to the fire tower. just arrived at the Albert Mountain Fire Tower. I did pass about 2 hikers after the halfway point. They were coming down, but probably like the last 500 feet is just straight up rock. So it lets you have an easy part of the trail until you get to that part, and then you just gotta book it. And no, once I get to the top, it's the view. So that part is probably definitely the most difficult part. It'll probably be difficult going back down to the rocky part, but it wasn't that bad overall. Trail's pretty maintained. It's marked very well. I'm gonna go up the fire tower and show you guys the view. This one's locked too, so but this one's about 40 feet high, so the view's still pretty nice. I'm gonna try to hurry and get up there because it looks like there's rain clouds coming this way, so hopefully get you guys a nice view, and then we're gonna head back to the bottom. You can see this one is locked so they can prevent vandalism, but I'm gonna show you guys the view. We are about to head back down to the Albert Mountain parking lot, at least for the trail I went on. So once we get past the steep part, don't think it'll be too bad of a hike back down. Probably be pretty relaxing. Hopefully it doesn't rain on us. Rain clouds look like they're approaching, but you never know. It may dismiss us or it's going to downpour. So we're going to head back down and get to the bottom. We just got back to the Albert Mountain parking lot, at least for the trail that I took. Coming back down was relatively fast. Like I said, that first coming up the rocks right when you leave the tower, most difficult part of the trail. Obviously, going up and down that would be hard on your knees. But once you get past that, I came down pretty quickly. But overall, this hike, I really enjoyed it, honestly. It ended up not raining on me. Pretty clear day. Other than that, weather's been really nice. It's not been too hot. It was pretty hot before I got up here, but it's kind of got shady. The sun's been hidden. You're pretty covered too with the trees, so that helps a lot. The trail's marked very well. It may have to do with it being part of the Appalachian Trail. It's maintained pretty good too. So for those reasons, I would probably give this one about an 8.6 out of 10. Might be one of the higher ratings I've had, and that's just due to the distance of this exact trail. There's longer versions of it, and shorter versions, but this one's around 3 miles or so round trip, and pretty good moderate trail for all ages. I would assume that steep part might be difficult for younger ages, but you could easily take 6 or 7 up that age group that way. And the tower, really nice view. It's historical too. I'm not gonna act like I know the historical context behind it, but I was reading up there and I was gonna show you guys, but it would have been hard to see on the camera. But anyways, so about 8.6 out of 10. I think that's a fair grading for this one. I bet it would look very good during the fall. Might have to come back up here during the fall. The only thing I didn't like is the drive, but obviously that's to do with my car and it being a gravel road. So obviously I could have picked a better vehicle to come up here with, but that's just my own. So I don't want to put that into the rating of the trail because that's just the driving to get here. And other than that, the trail was fun. The views were nice. Hoping to get maybe a couple more hikes in Monday and Tuesday on the Smokies, but if not, at least I got a couple stacked up for the rainy days. But until then, you guys take care.